Good morning. Is everybody ready for class? Do you got your notebooks and your pens and you're fired up? Are you fired up? Let's do this. Day 2, content creation class. Let's see. Let's make sure. Hi, Eva. Welcome, sister. How's it going? All right, guys. Just making sure. All right, we're seeing. I get thumbs up. We're in. We're in like Flynn. Hi, Laura. Oh my gosh, I love you. Where have you been? All right, so let's jump in. So if you weren't here for day 1, guess what? That's totally okay. You're here for day 2. You can go back. You can watch day 1. And day 1, just to give a recap, was all about how we can use meditation to let the ideas flow. And day 2 is ideation, and it's all about letting the idea grow. So one big mistake that I have made numerous times, so I'm totally speaking from experience here, I'm not calling anybody out if I'm not calling myself out on this one, is launching that puppy like immediately. The good stuff comes in, the idea comes in, and instead of really playing with it, instead of really nurturing it, instead of really like, gosh, what is like the best, like what is the best this can be, I launch it. I put it out there and it just doesn't have the same fire. It doesn't have that same oomph to it, right? So there is definitely an art to when the idea comes in and it wants to grow, it wants to become something. Again, you know, if you heard me talk about this yesterday, I feel like the movie, The Secret, the movement around the law of attraction really does ideation a disservice, because what does law of attraction say? It says we put these ideas into inspired action right away. Now, I agree with that, but in our world, in our social media world, it does not mean that it becomes a product in like 2 seconds or it becomes a program in like 4 seconds. So what it does mean is that your inspired action is to say, yes, I'm ready. Let's rendezvous. I'm ready to take this idea on. This is for me. I'm fired up. I'm going to create something amazing with this, right? Hey, Whitney girl, how are you? So day 1 was all about meditating to let ideas flow. Day 2, we're going to be talking about ideation, letting the ideas grow. Before, you know, you kind of have to think of it as a garden, right? So a garden is probably one of the best analogies you can think about an idea. So the idea comes in and you think of your idea like a seed and you plant it and you nurture it and you take care of it and you water it and you fertilize it and you make sure it's got sun and you're going out and like if you're one of those crazy people that talks to plants, like you can talk to your plant, and that's what makes it grow and expand in your garden, just like it does with an idea. And the problem is that if you cut down that flower too soon, like there's no flower bud, it's not pretty. Or if it's a freaking carrot you're growing, I don't know, whatever it is you guys want to grow, like there's a fine process to it, right? So there's a really good lesson in thinking of your ideas as a garden. And what part of the process are you in? You know, where is that? What stage of the life cycle is your idea at? So here's a couple things that I want to share with you, because I'm telling you, like, the ideas that I get, and oh, before I forget too, there is, for those of you that are joining, there is a content creation kit. If you haven't got it, there is a workbook that goes along with this 5-day content creation class series. It's got a guided meditation. It's got super freaking awesome, gorgeously placed and designed places for you to put down your ideas, your thoughts, your plan. It's awesome inspired action plan to take those ideas from the garden and get them live. There's my link. Look how awesome my VA is. God, she's amazing. Seriously, Erin, if I haven't told you lately, I love you. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. So I also want to talk today about how the universe will deliver thought blocks in creative ways. And, you know, a lot of times, I mean, this really ties in nicely to day 1. So ideas can come to you in so many different ways. Yesterday, we talked about how it can come in when you're in the shower. It can come in when you are folding laundry. It can come in, there's like a million different ways. When you're driving, all of this, right? Like ideas can come in all the time for you. You just have to be open. So that's why day 1 was all about being open for the idea to flow in. So, when the idea comes in, now we're on to day 2. So now we're on to day 2. The idea comes in. We're letting it grow. We're nurturing our idea garden. I want you to really feel into these ideas. And I want you to take a moment when you have this idea and you're starting to map it out and you're playing with it. Maybe you've got your Post-it notes out, you've got your notebook out, you're mapping your stuff out, you're in Google Docs, you're wherever you are, wherever you spend time, Evernote. I want you to take a moment and I want you to close your eyes and I want you to ask the universe, your higher self, like whatever feels good, to show you a calendar and to give you a month, to give you a date that this needs to go into the world. So just pause for a minute so that you can then, because absolutely, we don't want to just stay in like that dream zone forever with ideas. We want to get them launched. We want to get them live. We want to get them rocking and rolling for us because I guarantee you the universe is giving you those ideas so that you can monetize them. Absolutely. The universe doesn't just give you ideas for it to sit there and be like, oh, that's a great idea. I should really do something with you. No, the universe wants you to make money with your ideas. I promise you. So it's a fine art though of not fearing, of not doubting, of not getting stuck in the how. It's a fine art. It's a fine garden you got to be creating. So a couple points I want to make out here. And if you guys have questions, like bang them out here. Fire away at me. I love, for you guys that follow me, you know I love, there's nothing more that I love than my Q&A with my tribe. So if you have questions where you're feeling stuck in content creation, you have too many ideas, you don't have enough ideas, you need a good idea for an opt-in, you don't know what content is, like what does that even mean, Amber? What does content creation mean? What should I be creating for my business right now? Guess what? Now is the time. Content creation class. I'm your teacher. Ask questions. So inspired action as an entrepreneur can be a really, it can be an emotional roller coaster, I guess is the way that I will word inspired action, because we know we need to be moving. We need to be launching. We need to be business developing. We need to be nurturing relationships. We need to be sharing messages. We need to be building our businesses, and we need to be building our know, like, trust factor. So when ideas come in, it feels really easy for us to want to just take it and launch it, take it and post it, whatever it might be. And I just want you to be really mindful of these ideas. I want you to like really feel into the energy of them. It doesn't have to be strategy all the time. It doesn't have to be like straight to the action plan, but I really want you to spend time like asking the ideas, what do they want to become? So again, for those of you that have that content creation kit, you'll see that there's an awesome little section in it. If you haven't got it yet, go get it because it's full of, hold on, I'm looking for it actually. I want to show you guys how you can use that. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm going to hold on, it's loading, I think. There we go. Okay, so here's what you're going to get with that content creation kit list. So down here, we're on to step 2, which is ideation. So what are some ways to keep your vibration high to allow the ideas to flow in? You can write out affirmations. There's all kinds of good stuff here. But the other thing that I want you to see here, and we'll cover some of this tomorrow too, but is what does the idea want to become? So this is a really great section to go in, to fill it out, to find out what this idea wants to become and to really kind of talk to that idea. I mean, your ideas are like, think of them as like living things, you know, think of them as like little pets. Again, think of it as a flower. Like, how does it want to grow? So there's lots of good stuff in this content creation kit. So make sure you go grab that. And then the other thing that I just want to point out is that this is a guide for you. So it's totally just to help you take those ideas, map them out, play with them, start to kind of explore them a little bit. So everybody's steps are going to flow a little bit differently too. Don't expect the universe to say, okay, here's step 1, this is what you should do. Here's step 2 with that, this is what you can do. I sometimes will get this end big vision, this, oh my gosh, just like this, I'll just see like a program and just know what it is. but I don't have all the steps to get there right away. So sometimes the universe delivers bits and pieces of the big idea. Also, it comes in multiple seeds. So one seed might be actually 50 seeds. Does that make sense for you guys? So pretty fired up. So I'm kind of all over the place, but that's okay. So that's just how I roll. So let's see. Let's do some Q&As here real quick. So are you guys loving this? Where do you guys need help with your content? How can you best leverage your authentic voice with content? What resonates best, and when are the best times for messages to be received? Great question, Karen. So here's the thing with using your authentic voice in your content. I write everything myself. And how I write all of my content myself is I use technology to my advantage. I use my time to my advantage. I use Google Docs, and then I use the voice to text option. I use the app in my phone where I can actually speak into it, because inspiration is not convenient. Inspiration comes at so many different times. Like, again, like that's where yesterday we talked about like having that pattern, you know, where you can start to really kind of see like, okay, like I know for myself, I know the shower, I'm going to get a good idea. I know when I'm folding laundry, I'm going to get a good idea. I know when I'm driving in my car, I'm going to get a good idea. So I'm ready to like rendezvous in those moments with those ideas. I make sure I have my phone available. I make sure so that I can like talk into it while I'm driving. So I'm not like focused, like, you know, I'm paying attention to my driving, not like this idea that's coming in. I have that notebook, you know, like in my bathroom, ready to write ideas down at any time. Inspiration is not convenient. It comes when it wants to come. It flows when it wants to flow. You are not in control of that. Your job is to keep yourself as an open channel for that at any given moment. And then let's see. So to go back to like using my authentic voice, so everything that I do, I create, and then I have a team that I then kind of turn it over to and say, okay, like this I feel like is a really good blog post, or this I feel like is just a social media post. And then Erin takes it and runs with it, and we produce social media graphics with it. But it's me, it's my voice, it's my like total channeled like messages that are coming in. So that's the important piece, Karen. That's what'll make it feel authentic to you. So, and then your other question was, what resonates best and when are the best times for messages to be received? Girl, that is totally unique to you, your gifts, your talents, your abilities, your sleep schedule, your energy. So if you are in a vibration where, you know, this is where having that high vibe feeling and like, man, things are always working out for me, and being locked into like really positive affirmations and being really clear on what you desire for your life, for your business is going to be such an integral piece to success. So when you're locked into your desires, the universe feels that, right? And that's when the ideas start flowing. The ideas are coming to you so that you can take action to them, so that they can lead to maybe the right circumstances, the right money, the right client, the right opportunities for your desires to come into fruition. And it all starts with a spark. Everything starts with that spark that you get from the universe on a freaking daily basis. Don't overthink it. Don't ask how. Don't think, oh my gosh, well, I really could do that, but I don't know. Like, what if nobody, what if? Don't F it up with a what if. Does that make sense? Fired up. Woo woo. All right. So what else you guys got from me? Let's hear it. So day 2 is all about ideation, all about being in the right zone to allow the flow and then to let the idea grow. So we're in both of those places. And if you haven't got your content creation kit, make sure you go grab it. Erin, thank you. Yes, talking to you today. Talking to everybody today. So let's do some cues. What questions do you guys have? So and tell me about your business, and maybe I can just tap in right here and tell you what kind of content is going to be crucial for you at your stage of the game. So thank you for sharing the content creation kit again. You're amazing. Anybody have any questions? We've got joiners on here. Thank you for being here. Hope you guys are loving this. I'll give it a second for some Q&A. Or tell me about your business. Let me tap in and let me connect into you for your business. So I ran with my purpose, passion, and prosperity coaching program, and boom, 10 beautiful ladies signed up within a week. Yes, and that was a channeled like program that we co-created together, Lisa Marie. And that's what I'm talking about. You took inspired action, but it didn't mean that that's, you know, like you played with that idea for a while. You took it, you nurtured it, you totally, when you think about the way that idea came in, I remember watching you go through this, you totally took care of your garden. You're taking care of your garden, girl. Your idea garden. What other questions do you guys have here? I need more coffee, can you tell? Let's see, what else did I have for notes on today? So all of the steps might flow differently. Yeah, I kind of talked on all of my talking points here. So I have this wonderful opportunity to be able to travel the world. I'm still trying to determine how best to leverage this. So first of all, what is there that you need to leverage except the opportunity and the experience that is laying out there before you? So it's coming to you for a reason. This opportunity has been laid out for you for a reason. You've been drawn to it before. Why would you not take action? What is it that you have to lose? Like, what an amazing, like, there's so much opportunity and experience in the travel alone. The new ideas that could come from that, the new inspiration. Here's what I'm going to tell you, Karen, is that when you are, you know, I feel like you're really looking for your purpose. And this has been something I've been super fired up about lately. And you're not just going to know what your purpose is, but what you are going to have is curiosity. You are going to have fascination. You are going to have that like little itch that's like, oh, I really want to, like, there's something really calling to me. There's something pulling me. I can't quite see all the pieces. And if it was my purpose, wouldn't I have all the pieces? And I'm here to tell you and call you out on total BS with that, because when you have that hunger and that curiosity, and that spark, which is what you have right now, that's where you're at. You don't have all the pieces, but you have the spark. That then can lead you, that then can guide you to the next step, which is passion. Then you become passionate about something. How do you know that you're not going to go travel to like, whatever, I don't know where you're going, to France, and find out that like you like have this like crazy obsession with blogging about French food? Like, I don't know, like whatever it is. But unless you follow those sparks, unless you follow those breadcrumbs, how are you ever going to know what you're passionate about? So the sparks and all of that totally leads to what you're passionate about. And when you become passionate about something, guess what? That's when you become fully invested in your purpose. That's when that passion becomes your calling and your purpose. So you gotta go explore. It's come across your way for a reason. Don't overthink it. Remember what I said yesterday, like doubting kills the manifestation. Doubting kills your desires. It kills them. It kills the manifestation process, the fears, the what ifs. Don't F it up with a what if. Somebody tweet that shit out. Don't F it up with the what ifs. All right, let's see. Carolyn, sorry, I went on a total rant there, Karen. Love you, girl. Go freaking go. Go. I'm psychic. I'm telling you, go. Okay, so Carolyn says, hi, Amber. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being you too, Carolyn Nixon. I'm thinking about offering longer ways to work with me, i.e. 3 months. Any advice on this? Perfect. I absolutely recommend you try it out. Try it again. Like, you have this idea, it's kind of stirring around you. Don't get stuck. Don't get into the doubting. Don't get into the wondering. But don't build your entire business platform around it until you go try it out. I'll tell you what, I used to have this like really long, intense, like 6-month package, and oh my gosh, it was so heavy on me. It put so much pressure, and I was committed to working with these people for a really long period of time. I only sold one of them, and I was like, never again do I want to work with, like, that's just not my zone of genius, is to be connected that long. Mine's to get in, let's do it quick and dirty, let's do 3 months together, let's jam it out, like, here's what we're going to cover. But I wouldn't have known that unless I had tried and explored and experimented with that first, 6-month offer. So you have to know that for yourself. And the best way to figure out what turns you on, what lights you up, is to explore it. Don't feel like you have to have it all mapped out and it has to be perfect and you have to know exactly who your ideal client is. I call total BS on the whole entire coaching industry on that. I did not know who my ideal client was from predetermining who she was. I did it from connecting. I did it from discovery calls. I did it from free coaching calls. I did it from constantly like wanting to grow and learn. Man, you know how many discovery calls I did in my first 2 years of business? 356. I swear to God, I can show you in my Acuity schedule. That's how I know how many it is. First 2 years of business, I did 356 free discovery calls, free coaching calls. That's insane. 356 of them. That's why my business is jam-packed solid. That's why it's successful. That's why it's sustainable. Because I figured it out by doing that one-on-one. And I'll tell you what, the people that I thought, like when I first started my business, was what I wanted to work with is not who I want to work with. So let your discovery calls, let your connection calls, let your clarity calls determine your ideal client for you. You're going to learn way more about her by having a conversation with her than predetermining, like, where does she hang out? Where does she shop at? What Facebook groups is she in? Bullshit. Like, talk to the woman on the phone. Call, like, hey, I genuinely, like, am attracted to you. I want to work with you. Let's just hop on a phone. Like, I just want to learn more about you. You got it. Okay. Off my rant on that one. All right, so let's see who else is on here. Tracy, hey girl, where you been? It says, I feel stuck. I felt like my energy was in flow, then my trip, then I got the flu. Totally. Like, welcome to life, sister. Like, it happens. Life happens. We get sick. We have hiccups. We have speed bumps. But don't let those speed bumps turn into a brick freaking wall. Get back into action. It doesn't mean that everything has to go back to like being right in the flow, but don't let it turn into a brick wall. Don't let it turn into a dead end. Ease back into it. Really, go into a meditation and just ask the universe, what is the best thing for me to take action on right now to make my desires for my business start popping again? What is the best way? So really start to, again, like, talk to the universe, talk to your ideas, go back to your old content, all of that, okay? Awesome. Karen, go girl. Carolyn says, love it, jam it out. Eva, yes. Let's see, who else is on here? Who else has questions? So do totally more Q&A. It's like my favorite. Eva, amen. BS to standard coaching. I know. Somebody's going to like kick me out of something. I don't know. Somebody's going to be like, who certified you? And I'm going to be like, the universe certified me. I do my coaching with the universe and I'm going to get like kicked out of something. Watch. I know it. Okay. So I love how you call bullshit. I know. Somebody's going to like message me and be like, you can't do that. You can't talk that way. Like, and you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to be like, call the universe. The universe wants to talk to you about that. Oh my God. Kim Kleiss, hey lover, how are you? I'm creating content for a product line. Metaphysical jewelry kits. Ooh. Any intuitive insights on what other content the kits should include besides the natural stones and beading supplies? Yeah, so think about when they're making the jewelry. Kind of got wild hair going there for a second. Okay, so think about when they're making the jewelry, Kim, right? Give them an MP3 to listen to. Give them like a guided meditation to listen to that's also opening them up. So they're like killing two birds with one stone. So maybe you can even, like, when you think about like, what are some of the people that are buying those kits? Do you have those kits themed out? So maybe it's a jewelry kit, a metaphysical kit for, let's say, healing the body. Let's just say it's for somebody that's ill or wants like to feel better in their body. So maybe then that metaphysical jewelry kit also includes an MP3 that totally helps them be in the zone of healing their body and making the jewelry. Does that make sense? That's actually a really good idea. Booyah! Okay, what else do we got? The universe certified me. Totally. Totally. I'm going to make up a certification. I totally am. That's so funny. Oh my gosh, who says this stuff? Only me, I swear. Somebody kicking me off yet. I guarantee you I'm gonna go to like my emails and have like emails from people and they're like, you can't talk about that way. Oh my gosh, what other questions do you guys have? Is this helpful? Did you guys go and get your welcome, Kim? Get your creative content kits. Let's see, anything else? Here's one that's just coming in for me. An idea that this has worked for me in the past. So here's another thing. So when you have multiple ideas, right? One thing that I've done in the past is when I'm not really sure, like, because I keep myself open, like you guys, like I get freaking stuff flying at me like 10 times a day. I get a new idea. I swear to God, it's a freaking amazing. I love it. Absolutely. So what I do is sometimes when I have so many and I'm not sure, like, okay, these are bigger projects, like I got to map this out, and you guys can do this with me right now if you want to. So I will close my eyes and I will envision a big, huge white board in front of me. And I will intuitively in my mind's eye place those 3 projects up on like, it tends to be 3 for whatever reason, and I'll place them up on this whiteboard, and I just sit for a moment and I kind of look at all 3 of them and I just ask the universe to guide me towards the idea that is best for me to rendezvous with in this moment. What's the best way right now? What's the best idea right now for me? And sometimes like it'll just pop. Sometimes 2 will disappear and there'll just be 1 in the middle, but that is a great, great way to just figure out which idea you want to go with intuitively. So the other thing that you can do, it sounds like really, really like kind of corny, is like write it down, or like say like almost like I use Oracle cubes. I don't know if you guys have Oracle cubes, but Oracle cubes are fantastic. So I'll like say, okay, this is idea 1, this is idea 2, this is idea 3. And then I will literally just be like, okay, give me the idea that's best for me. Boom, this idea is best for me. So this is idea number 3. So you can do things like that too. If you have a pendulum, put down 3 different Post-it notes with 3 different ideas. Hold your pendulum over the top of them. Which one is it really drawn to? Like, use your gifts, use your intuition, use your connection to source to determine what ideas to take action on first. And then map the rest of them out. Like right now I can tell you, I'll kind of show you like up on my wall here. Like you can see that. So this is my office, right? So this is where I sit. This is where I see my clients all the time. Just give you a little view. But and look, it's like snowing like crazy out. Okay, anyways, back to the calendars. So this is what I do to know, and you can see my Post-it notes up there, like those become blog posts. Those have all been ideas that have come in, right? So I know January, February, March, the yellow ones up there, those are like my those are like my core call to action. Those are my main focuses. Those are my programs. Those are like my focus areas, right? So those are like, my program, that kind of thing. So I know based on that, like that feels good for me. So do the same thing for yourself. Okay, what are some other questions? Tiara says, I'm working on content creation. I've been doing full moon, new moon, psychic insights this past year. My fiance and I just launched an Etsy store for gemstone healing, and I'm considering so many more product ideas around moon box packages and wallpapers. Okay, can't quite see how it all flows together. Okay, so here's the thing with being an intuitive and wanting to plan out your content and plan out your year. Like if you saw up here, I don't have anything on my calendar for April yet. I cannot go that far ahead. I have learned that for myself, I have to, I can't go that far ahead because I like being in the energy of what I'm currently focusing on, what I'm currently selling, what I'm currently creating. Now, I also have like some ideas that are starting to brew. They're in my garden, they're growing, right? But what I am saying is that don't be married to, as an intuitive, as a psychic, don't get married to your ideas. Like totally, don't be like, yep, this is what I'm doing for the whole year, because I guarantee you in like 2 weeks, you'll be like, oh, just kidding. Like I want to do XYZ instead. So be flexible, be flexible is the best guidance I can give you on that, Tiara. Totally be flexible. I hope that helps. Let me know if that makes sense. I have a treatment for a book you could use as a publisher. I'm not sure if that's for me. Hi, Donna. Oh, thank you. Glad to hear. I need content ideas for my live streams about business, wellness, and helping people stop time to assess and better understand themselves. Okay, so I have a hard time turning the live streams into an offer. Well, why does it have to turn into an offer? Like, literally, I have no offer coming from, just so you guys know, there's no offer coming from content creation class. This is truly just, I love talking about content creation. I created the content creation kit. You're going to get that for free. You're going to get on my list. That's it. Like, this is totally just for list building. This is totally just for relationship building. This is totally people seeing that, yeah, she's a good psychic, but man, she also knows her content. She also knows business. She also knows strategy. She knows marketing. So that can be the offer in itself, is just sharing how much you have to share, because man, like, if you can't tell, like, I just love talking about these kinds of topics, right? So just talk about what you're passionate about. Stop overthinking it, Eleanor. Get out of your head, get into your heart space, and just talk about things that you're fired up about, that you could, like, literally, I've been on here for 30 minutes. I feel like I've been talking for like 2 minutes. So talk about that. Give more passion. You do need oracle cubes in your life. Totally agree. And let's see. Justine says, I'm having trouble figuring out content because my branding is a little unclear. Your branding is you. Your branding is your energy, Justine. So don't overthink it too much. And the thing is that you try, it's like trial and experiment, right? It's not trial and error, it's trial and experiment. I didn't have my brand right, like the first, like right out the gates. Like, it took me, like, in fact, the name of my business used to be Your Intuitive CEO. Like, it wasn't even, I didn't even just brand Amber Annette. So try some things out, play with them, explore them, like, get feedback on them, like, sit with the energy of it. Does this feel good? Is this working? No, I'm really not feeling this anymore. Change it up a little bit, tweak it. That's what I was just saying to Tiara, where I was saying, like, as intuitives, as like psychics, as all of this, like, right? Like, if you're intuitive, I guarantee you, whoever is not this podcast, that's coming though. Whoever is on this live stream with me, you're intuitive. You're open, you're spiritual. There's an element of you that is like, okay, I'm open to this stuff, right? So you can't lock in ideas for that long period of time. If you do, you have to be flexible to, like, some modifications and to things changing. So be comfortable with that with your brand as well. Edie, hi Edie, how are you? Creating content for a joint project. We are totally psyched. What are you feeling about offering? I think it's a great idea. Okay. So, I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great idea. Like, what's so interesting is, like, Vanessa was asking me about this too. I don't get a lot of, like, buzz around it, but that doesn't mean it's bad. I just feel like between the two of you, you guys are both rock stars. You're both, like, amazing at what you do. I just feel like you guys have everything in the flow already. Like, it feels really good. The only thing that I feel like is more videos going forward talking about, like, the benefits of it. So more around the sales, more around the close than anything is kind of what's coming up around that for me, Edie. Let's see. Maria says, can content also be design, clothing, etc.? Do you see anything for me with designing clothes, t-shirts for special? Oh, that's so sweet, Maria. So can content be, yeah, I mean, your content is you. You know what I mean? Your content is you. So how can you take that? I always look at things from, like, a marketing perspective, right? So how can you take that clothing, those apparels, that gifts, like different t-shirts, cards, those kinds of things, and use it as, like, a marketing model. You know what I mean? Like, I had this idea, and here's what I mean. Like, so does your content become clothing? Absolutely. So I had this idea, and I don't know that I'll actually do anything with it, but a lot of times I'm at, like, Target, I'm out grocery shopping, whatever, and as a medium, I pick up ideas for people, like, past loved ones, everything, all the time, right? Like I get their family members coming forward. Like I can literally be in the cereal aisle and be like, oh my gosh, this lady's mom like wants to talk to her. Like total Teresa Caputo style stuff, right? But it's not always like super convenient to like say stuff like that to people like when you're out and about. So I had this idea to like get feathers like this, and I had a stamp made, and it's called the Feather Finder, where it's like literally just like you found this, you know, you have been given this feather for a reason. There's a message for you waiting on this website. Go get your message. Where then I could go home and I could like insert the message to this person that just says, hey, I felt your mom with you at the grocery store. I'm a medium. She wanted you to know this, right? So would you ever in a million years think of a feather as being content? Hell no. So it goes back to your t-shirt as well. Like, yes, you know what I mean? Like totally, like your t-shirt can become your content in a long, like short story long, basically. Okay, got your cards yesterday. They're beautiful. Oh my gosh, they're so amazing, right? Did you make up the content on those as well? Everything, every single word that went on there came straight from me. Totally, completely. Hi guys. Oh my gosh, I love that idea, right? I know, it's so cool. It's such a good idea. Feather messages. Yep, Feather Finder. That's what I'm talking about. Like I get all these amazing ideas and it's like, how can I even like, gosh, like wouldn't that be awesome though if like somebody just randomly gave you a feather and you found out it was like a past loved one that had a message for you? Like that's pretty amazing, right? And it's like only because I feel like it's my job to bring my gifts and to bring my light to this world. You know what I mean? And it doesn't mean that I always have to be like paid for it. Like I'm not being paid for what I'm doing right now, but I love this. And I just trust that when I follow my light, I follow what I love, I do what turns me on, man, it comes from somewhere. Money comes in expected and unexpected ways. So just from me bringing my gifts to this world. Awesome. Oh my gosh, you guys. I can't even believe it's like 10:37. What other questions do you guys have? Are you loving content creation class? I'm loving this. Like total love it. And I love this so much better than, I love this totally like so much better than like a total webinar. You know what I mean? Where it's like you sign up, you come to the class, I show you slideshows, like just doesn't jive with me. I do like webinars, just not right now. Not today. Not today. Not this week. So awesome, Donna. Love that you are jamming here. Love to get to know you. For everybody, if you're not in my Facebook group, make sure you join me in my Facebook group too, The Intuitive Entrepreneur. Love to see you guys in there. Day 3 is coming up tomorrow, and I've got more good stuff coming for you. If you haven't got your content creation kit, make sure you go get it. It's totally free. You're not going to be like bombarded with 50,000 freaking email sequences afterwards. I promise you. What else do I have going? I think that's it. Have a really fun challenge coming up in a couple weeks. That'll be fun. Other than that, you guys, like, we're good for day 2. We're all good for day 2. So make sure you tune in tomorrow, day 3. I can't remember what I'm covering on day 3. Oh my gosh, isn't that hilarious? I don't even know what I'm teaching on day 3. Let me see. I'm really like, I feel like I'm more channeling than teaching, but that's okay. I don't think you guys are complaining at all. So let's see what day 3 is. Step 3, day 3, creation. Develop your idea. Jam in with me tomorrow, okay? So love the engagement from the live versus the webinar. Totally. Thanks, Eva, for that feedback. All right, guys, thanks for popping in here. See you tomorrow, 11 Eastern, and let's jam out more of your content, your ideas, and let's get it going where you are magnetizing and monetizing from it. So see you guys.